Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. This is Back to Abyss, but this is not a new team. People have been using this for a while. This is actually ND's 288 donut strategy. This will be serving as pretty much a direct translation of that video, which is why this video will be staying unlisted. You could share it around if you happen to find it. Good job if you do. But it will stay unlisted because I don't feel like I should postize a video that is technically just a translation from someone else. But yeah, let's get right into this. So what's different about this is it's very based on how Donut works. Donut hits enemies and then applies buffs to themselves based on the amount of enemies they hit. So what you want is the donut stacks to be going in a very specific pattern, and that specific pattern will be like 2, 8, 8, 6, and so forth. If you get this pattern, it will guarantee the most amount of damage, but to get this pattern, it's a very specific topping set, but I find it to be quite worth it, and it's quite consistent as well. So let's get right into the toppings. It's fine if you can't replicate this because it's very, very specific. Just try your best, like try the most you can. So let's get right into toppings. Donut, full cooldown. They need between 21.5 to 23.4 cooldown. It's very specific. And they need about 1 to 2.1 attack speed. You want to get that exact number. For the rest, you focus on attack and crit subs, but for Donuts, try to not have any debuff of this because this does impact the cast quite a lot, and we don't want that to happen. So now, Milky Way. Milky Way again is on full cooldown. A cooldown is a very, very specific 23.4 to 23.5%. You always have 0.1% wiggle room to work with. And for a cooldown, for attack speed, you need at least 9.3 to 9.8%. For the rest, just focus on attack and crit if you can. Now, Caviar. For him, also very specific, you need about 23.8 to 24% cooldown, and then about 5.3 to about 6.1 attack speed. Again, you want to focus on his attack and crits. Some people might need to focus on damage resist, hopefully not, because that's really annoying with the subs. So this is very much a high-end team, just letting you know. Now, Squid. Squid will be running 3 attack and 2 crits. For them, you want at least 9% cooldown, about 9 to 9.4 optimally. And then for the attack speed, the lowest you want is 9.6, and it can go all the way up to 12%. And of course, try to focus on attack and crit, especially for them, and level up that candy. Now, last, Cotton. Her set remains the same as always. You just try to get as much cooldown as you possibly can, preferably above 24.6, and try to avoid any attack speed on her because it can mess up the pace as her sheep come out and attack, and we do not want that. And for treasures, it will be Whistle, Scroll, and Clock. Some people are also using Sight instead of Whistle, but I do not recommend this as this gives you way more inconsistent damage and it makes it harder for your Caviar and your Cotton to survive. So let's get right into it. For timing, this is almost entirely auto. The only thing you have to look out is for the start. You start with queuing up Cotton and then queuing up Squids. But you will cast Caviar right before the boss text and put the queue timer on Milky Way after both Caviar and Squid have casted. When Milky Way uses her own skill, you press Donut right at the same time, right after Milky Way has casted. And then you just let it out for quite a while. So, Squids, Cav, Milky, and then press Donut right after Milky is done. And now you just let it auto for a while. You know you're doing it well when your Caviar is always going before your Donut until the end. But as you can see, Donut has 2 donut stacks right on them right now, and it should be going to 8. This is what you want to be looking out for, that it goes 2, 8, 8, 6, and so on. It might be 2 and 6 before, but it will always change to 8. If you get 2, 8, 7, that means that you mistimed your donut. If you get 2, 8, 6, that means someone's cooldown or attack speed is wrong. At this point it will change. Now Donut will go before Caviar. Okay. And after Milky uses a skill, we will be queuing Cotton and pressing Donut when she goes, and then just spamming the other two. And this is it. I have about a 10 to 20-ish million range with this, but if it works, it works. And that's what it is. Of course, the damage depends a lot on your ascensions, your toppings, your relics, your labs, your tower, or statue, or whatever. But yeah, that's it. That's how easy it is once you set it all up. So, I hope this will be helpful to you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.